Imagine being stuck in a tiny boat. No engine, no food, no rescue coming. Now imagine that lasting not for days, not for weeks, but for 438 days. Over 14 months, alone in the Pacific Ocean. Sounds impossible, right? It's not. Welcome to Ocean Survivors. I'm Morgan, and this is the story of José Salvador Alvarenga, the man who survived longer at sea than anyone in recorded history. And trust me, you're not ready for how insane this gets. It's November 2012. José Salvador Alvarenga is a 36-year-old fisherman living in Costa Azul, a tiny village on Mexico's Pacific coast. And when I say fisherman, I don't mean some guy with a yacht and fancy gear. José's a working man. Stocky, weathered hands, sun-damaged skin, the kind of guy who spent his entire life pulling nets and gutting fish. He was born in El Salvador, but moved to Mexico years ago chasing better fishing. He lives alone in a small house near the water, sends money back to his family when he can. It's a simple life. Hard, but simple. And José knows the ocean. He respects it. Because the Pacific doesn't care how experienced you are. It'll kill you if you're not careful. November 17th, 2012. José's getting ready for what should be a routine fishing trip. He's taking a 25-foot fiberglass skiff, basically a glorified rowboat with an outboard motor. His partner for the day is Ezequiel Córdoba, a 22-year-old local kid. Ezequiel's less experienced, but he's eager, and José needs the help. The plan? Head out into the Pacific, catch some sharks and marlins for about 30 hours, come back, sell the catch. Easy money. José's done this trip hundreds of times. They pack the basics, a cooler with ice, some food, fishing gear, and a two-way radio. The weather looks good, the ocean's calm, everything seems perfect. Spoiler alert, it's not. They motor out in the early morning, heading west into open water. Within hours, they're miles offshore, in the deep water where the big fish live. They start fishing, pulling in lines, working together. José's feeling good. The sun's shining, the catch is looking decent. Life is good. But the Pacific Ocean is a liar. Because right now, while José and Ezequiel are pulling in fish, they have no idea that they're about to drift further than land than almost any human being has ever survived. They don't know that in 24 hours they'll be completely lost. They don't know that one of them will be dead within a month. And they definitely don't know that José is about to spend the next 14 months becoming something barely human.
Late that first day, the sky changes. Dark clouds roll in fast. The wind picks up. Waves start getting angry. José knows they need to head back now, but before they can even turn the boat around, wham, a massive storm hits like a freight train. Rain's pouring down in sheets. Waves are crashing over the sides of the tiny boat. Wind's screaming. José's fighting the wheel, trying to keep them upright. But this storm is way bigger than their little skiff. Then the worst thing possible happens. Engine dies. They try to restart it. Nothing. Water's gotten into the motor. It's done. Then the radio goes out. No engine, no communication, no way home. They're just drifting. Storm pushes them west, away from Mexico, deeper and deeper into the Pacific. For days, the storm keeps hammering them. They're bailing water, trying not to get thrown overboard, just trying to survive. They've got maybe 3 or 4 days of food and water. That's it. But here's the terrifying part. The Pacific Ocean is 64 million square miles. That's almost a third of the Earth's entire surface. And the current is pulling them west at about 50 to 70 miles per day. Every single hour, they're drifting farther from any shipping lane, any island, any possible rescue. They're just a speck, invisible, gone. Ezequiel starts falling apart almost immediately. He won't eat the raw fish José catches. He can't handle drinking turtle blood. He's young, he's scared, and he's losing hope fast. José tries everything to keep him alive, but Ezequiel's just giving up. About 4 weeks in, Ezequiel dies. José keeps his body in the boat for days because he can't accept it. Eventually, he has no choice. He says a prayer and slips Ezequiel's body into the ocean. Now, José is completely, utterly alone.
First few months are
about one thing: don't die today. Jose has to learn how to catch food with literally nothing. No hooks, no nets, no tools. He starts grabbing small fish with his bare hands when they swim near the boat. He catches birds that land on the edge, snapping their necks and eating them raw. Feathers, bones, everything. Then he figures out sea turtles. When one surfaces near the boat, Jose lunges, grabs it, flips it over. He drinks its blood for hydration, eats the raw meat. Disgusting. It's horrific, but it keeps him alive. When it rains, he collects every single drop in the boat's cooler. Rain becomes more valuable than gold. Jose's body starts changing. The weight falls off fast. He's burning calories constantly and barely eating enough to survive. His muscles waste away. His skin cracks and blisters under the relentless sun. His hair and beard grow wild and long. He looks less like a human and more like some kind of ocean creature. But his hands stay strong because he's catching fish and turtles every single day. His reflexes get faster. His success rate goes up. His body is adapting. He keeps track of time by watching the moon. Full moon to full moon. That's 1 month. He counts them obsessively. 1 moon, 2 moons, 3, 4. The days blur together into an endless cycle of hunt, eat, sleep, survive, repeat. Around month 4, Jose's mind starts fracturing. He begins talking to Ezequiel. Not like remembering him, actually having full conversations with his dead friend's ghost. He screams at the ocean. He sobs. He thinks about his family back in El Salvador, wondering if they think he's dead, wondering if they've given up on him. Multiple times he thinks about just ending it, just slipping into the water and letting go. It would be so easy. No more hunger, no more burning sun, no more loneliness. But something inside him won't let go. Maybe it's survival instinct, maybe it's stubbornness, maybe he's just too pissed off to die. Whatever it is, he keeps going. The hallucinations start hitting hard. Jose sees islands on the horizon that disappear when he blinks. He sees massive cargo ships that vanish into thin air. He hears voices calling his name. His grip on reality is slipping. Time stops meaning anything. Is it day 50? Day 150? He doesn't know anymore. The only things that feel real are hunger, thirst, and the endless rocking of the boat. His mind is shutting down non-essential functions. Memory, hope, identity, all fading. He's operating on pure animal instinct now. Catch fish, drink blood, sleep, repeat. There's nothing else. No past, no future, just the eternal present of survival. By month 8, Jose barely looks human anymore. He's skeletal, ribs jutting out, face gaunt and hollow, eyes sunken deep. His body fat is completely gone, but his body has adapted in weird ways. His stomach can now digest raw meat without getting sick. He knows exactly when turtles will surface. He can predict bird patterns. He's become a perfect predator, completely in sync with the ocean's rhythms. But the cost? He's not Jose anymore. He's just a thing, a creature, surviving. Twice, Jose sees real ships, not hallucinations, actual massive container ships on the horizon. He goes absolutely insane, screaming and waving his arms, jumping up and down in the boat. But both times, the ships are too far away. They pass over the horizon without ever seeing him. The second time it happens, something inside Jose just breaks. He stops looking for rescue. He accepts that he's going to die out here. It's not a question of if anymore, just when. So he stops hoping. He stops planning. He stops being human. He just exists. A biological machine floating west across the Pacific, one day at a time. Months 12, 13, 14. Jose barely remembers them. His body is running on fumes. He's essentially a skeleton with skin stretched over it. But somehow, impossibly, he's still catching fish, still drinking turtle blood, still collecting rain. His body literally refuses to die, even though his mind checked out months ago. The Pacific current keeps dragging him west, day after day, week after week. He's crossed over 6,000 miles now, nearly a quarter of the way around the entire planet. And then on day 438, something happens that Jose's brain can barely process anymore. He sees land, real land.
January 30th, 2014. Jose's boat washes up on Eben Atoll, a tiny coral island in the Marshall Islands. He's traveled 6,700 miles across the Pacific Ocean. He's made it. But Jose can't even stand. His legs don't work anymore. He crawls, literally crawls onto the beach. A local couple, Emmy and Russell, are walking along the shore when they spot him. At first, they think he's a corpse. Long, wild hair, massive beard, skeletal frame, covered in sores and scars. He looks like something out of a horror movie. Jose tries to speak, but his voice is just a raspy croak. He hasn't had a real conversation in over a year. The couple gives him water and coconut, then rushes to get help. They get Jose to the island's small medical clinic. The doctors cannot believe what they're seeing. This man should be dead, multiple times over. His body is in catastrophic condition: severe malnutrition, extreme dehydration, anemia, massive vitamin deficiencies. His organs should have shut down months ago. But somehow, they're still working. Barely, but working. José Salvador Alvarenga has survived 438 days lost at sea. That's the longest anyone in modern recorded history has ever drifted and lived to tell about it. The news goes global within hours. And of course, because the internet exists, people immediately start calling bullshit. No way someone survives that long. He's lying for attention. Physically impossible. But scientists examine everything. The boat, his body, ocean current data, satellite tracking models, everything lines up perfectly. The current would have carried him exactly where he ended up. His body shows textbook signs of extreme long-term survival. The timeline works. It's real. All of it. José Salvador Alvarenga did the impossible. 438 days, over 6,700 miles, one man, one tiny boat, no engine, no supplies, no rescue. Against every odd, against all logic, José survived. But what kept him alive? Was it his fishing skills? Sure. His physical strength? Absolutely. But I think it was something else. It was the refusal to quit, even when hope was gone, even when his mind shattered, even when death would have been easier. His body just kept going, day after day. Catch fish, drink blood, survive, repeat. José eventually made it back to El Salvador. He wrote a book about his experience. But the ocean changed him forever. You don't spend 438 days alone at sea and come back the same person. This was the story of José Salvador Alvarenga, the longest survival at sea in modern history. A testament to how far the human body and mind can be pushed before they break. Thank you for watching Ocean Survivors. If this story blew your mind, hit subscribe for more incredible true survival stories from the ocean. Drop a comment and tell me, what story should we cover next? Until then, respect the ocean, because it's bigger, stronger, and meaner than any of us will ever be.